What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Girl, I'm Grown. I'm Key.
I'm Sierra Chantal.
And I'm your girl, Cece.
And hey, y'all.
Hey, girl, hey.
Okay, so y'all, we here together again with something to talk about. And this time, it's because someone asked me a question, y'all.
What was the question?
We love when the viewers ask us questions.
Ask the question. The question was, y'all ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Are you naturally submissive, or does a man have to show you something first for you to decide to be submissive?
Okay.
So,
I'm naturally submissive.
I feel like I'm naturally bossy.
I don't think I'm naturally submissive.
Sure.
I'm not naturally submissive. So I feel like I know how to be submissive, but you know how experience show you some things?
That's true.
So I feel like I need to see what type of man I'm dealing with first before I decide that I'm going to be submissive to you. Because I don't want to get in a situation where I'm becoming that person and then you wrap me up and, you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Do some weird ass shit to me and I don't know how to get up out of there. So I gotta kind of like, and I think that goes back to some things that I'm still working through with myself, because I don't feel like being submissive is a negative thing, but I feel like it's some stuff that hold me back. Maybe earned, or maybe in a situation where I feel okay
or
to
safe.
be. Yeah. Yes. I would rather like safe. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yeah. That's exactly it.
I think, not to cut you off, I agree with you in that sense, because I am naturally submissive and I feel like it's just me. I like to be that way. I'm a dominant person, but I'm submissive to the man that I'm with, if that makes sense. And I feel what you just said is how I feel now. Like now I need to feel safe before I'm submissive, because I'm, always going to be submissive, but now I don't feel safe. You know what I mean? So I need to feel safe with the next person that I, decide to give myself to before I can be submissive.
And then I think, were you going to say something, Sierra?
I was, but you can go ahead.
Oh, you're so sweet, girl. When you get like that.
Girl, it's just candy.
I think in some areas I am naturally like, it's like without a question, I'll just be down for it. Like sexual stuff. But in other areas, it's kind of like, where you leading me to? Hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, some areas I'm just like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm down whatever it is. What you want to do?
What's up, bossy?
Okay, so I feel like when it comes to me, I think that naturally in any setting, not just dealing with men or whatever, I think because I was a mom at such a young age, I'm used to like having that motherly type of role with telling people what to do. And so I think that's how I naturally do. Yeah. But when I'm dating somebody, I'm attracted to them. Like I start off submissive. Like you have to do something for me to be like, oh, he's not going to take the lead, or I can't. Yeah. And then I think I change over to bossy. But times when I'm dating, just like Key said, like if I'm feeling safe in that relationship, then I am going to be submissive. And I like to start relationships off by being submissive. Same. But if I feel like you're leading me to a brick wall, then I'm going to grab that steering wheel and it's going to be a different thing. Yeah. So I think in my relationship, I'm very submissive.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I can be bossy in other aspects, I feel.
Yeah.
And I had a question for you ladies as well. So we're talking about being bossy or submissive. Now, when it comes to the bedroom, do you feel like you're bossy or submissive?
I'm definitely submissive.
Okay.
I'm whatever he want me to be.
I like that.
I love that.
I like that.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think I would say that I will probably come off as submissive, but if my partner will require something else, or I knew they like something else, then it can go a different way.
Okay. So even speaking of like, being that way in the bedroom. So I remember maybe, I don't know, it's been like 8 years. I dated somebody that we had like, we were doing role play, like, yeah, and I was obviously the sub. He was the dom.
Oh, y'all were getting into
BDSM. Yeah, we stepped into that a little bit.
A leak.
Let's not talk about that. But I was very submissive. But I mean, that's me naturally. But to see the actual roles, like it's a thing, and to deal with somebody, I feel like I feel like this. I feel like I can be dominant in the bedroom. And I probably have been in the past because, you know, I like things a certain way. So I kind of have to tell you, like, tighten up, do X, Y, and Z, but not trying to, but I got to do it if I want it this way, right? But, like, to actually understand the roles of a submissive person and a dominant person, it was actually, like, mind-blowing to me.
Okay, let's bring us into this world,
She be ready to get into somebody
world.
You know she does.
I want to know, like, what
She's,
is like
living through
there's
you.
actually, like, this is an actual, like, a whole community of, like,
so it's rules. Like, if
It's
you're
rules.
dumb and you're submissive, then
they have rules. And I mean, the dominant person can set these rules and the submissive person abide by them. And there's different language that you use and answer to. Like,
But is
it's
it
a whole
fun?
thing. It was a lot of fun. Like,
I feel
had
like
the
I would
best
be
time ever.
totally into that, but I would want to be the dominant person.
I had so much fun.
But I could be the submissive person too. But I feel like it's
I
fun
feel
to
like
be
I could
dominant.
see you as a submissive person in that situation because you're so, like, baby-like, and that's the submissive person. The submissive person is the baby.
I can be both though.
I don't really see myself being the most dominant I've seen myself is like, take these off.
I like that.
No, but what about
Take
like
this
when you?
off.
Okay, so I know I'm not saying this is anything recent or anything, or I'm not saying it was recent or in the past, or I'm not saying when it was.
Yeah.
But I know some guys just like, you know, like let's say they're into choking, but they get off of you, like choke them, so like you're on top, you riding them, and then you like take total control, like choking and the sexual act, and you're kind of like the dominant person in that situation.
Could be.
So haven't you been in that situation before?
Where I choke a nigga?
Yeah.
The way she said it, wait.
I tried to, but I kind of felt bad. Like, what? I don't feel like I don't want to be the one doing the choking.
But when
I don't want to choke
like,
you, boy.
When you feel like you're like effing the shit out of somebody, do you feel like you're being dominant in that
Like
in
when
that
you on
regard?
top.
Yeah, because I feel like that's
On
what
top,
I feel like I'm
definitely
finna show out and I'm finna.
But that's how I am.
I guess I never looked at it as like being dominant in that way. I just feel like I be in another way. I be somewhere else.
Are you
I be
taking
in a whole nother
control
world.
of the situation?
I guess so.
Okay.
She don't remember.
I don't know where I be,
In that moment,
honey.
she's somewhere else.
It's euphoria.
Okay, so what would it take for you to just be all the way submissive to a man, other than just trust? Like, what kind of qualities would you like to see in him?
So I think it's a lot about the feeling I get when I'm with them. Like, it's like peace. You know, like, it's that feeling when you don't see no red flags.
Okay.
Kind of like, whew, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, baby. Yeah, like, you ain't gay. Like, I don't see no reason why not.
Yeah.
So that feeling, when I can identify that and it's, you know, pretty much aligned. But when people say submissive, I be wanting to understand, like, to what extent do you mean submissive? Like, I don't have no say so, no control, because the way my personality is set up, even if I say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, or even if I just, you know, go into whatever, I may have some questions. I may have some feedback. I may have something to say, like, you know, so I be want to understand, like, okay, submissive.
When I think about submissive, for me, I think more so trusting my partner, my man, to be the leader. So it's about leading. So it's not necessarily that you don't have any question, but you trust in this person that you picked to be the leader, and he's in that leadership role. So you're just confident in your choice.
And that's the quality that I look for in a man that can lead, and not just say he can lead or pretend to lead, but actually lead. Because I'm going to follow him. You know
and
what I mean?
also, we talked about this before, and I told you guys I kind of like Tiny and T.I. situation, because I do feel like Tiny makes T.I. feel like he's a leader, but I feel like she has a lot going on with how they roll and how they do things. So I do feel like if you're in a relationship and you trust this person as a leader, but you might
Really run the shit.
or you might deal with something in a certain way, like your way might be better, then you can still make him feel like he's coming to whatever decision, but on his own. But
I think that's a woman naturally. But that's a woman that understands
her power and femininity.
Exactly, that's what it is. If you don't understand, then you'll forever feel like, you know, you don't have a voice. In actuality, like, when you have a man and you can, you know, trust him fully, and he's a leader and things like that, to be honest, you run everything behind closed doors. Like
Right.
you run everything behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The man is leading, but the woman speaks. The woman is so powerful that he goes off of you.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so once you know like your full potential, you wouldn't have a problem being submissive, in my opinion, because your man is going to lead the home and lead y'all, but you have so much of the power in that situation, or so much input, if you will, in that situation, and you don't realize that. But that just comes with being a full woman that understands her power, and being with a man that actually knows how to lead, so y'all work cohesively.
Yeah, work cohesively. And I do think that takes masculine energy and feminine energy. And I feel like feminine energy creates a safe space for your man too.
Right.
Because when you're in your feminine energy, then your guy feels like he can come to you and tell you like what's
100%.
going on.
Yeah.
He can talk to you, and it's more so of a partnership. So it might present in the public like, you know, he's the leader, he's running the household, and he is, but you're his consult. He's coming to you.
You're his helpmate.
Helpmate.
Yes, that's the word. Okay, so let me ask y'all something, because after I saw the question, I started thinking like, okay, so is submissive only for the woman? Do y'all think that a man could or should be submissive?
You did ask me that,
and I asked a couple of my male friends too.
To mine too. He sent the voice note, so
you gonna play it?
Play it. He said it was okay to play it, but go ahead and ask the question, and we're gonna play what he said.
And then we need to kind of like make sure we plug it in so the viewers can hear it too.
Okay. So the question exactly is, okay, let me see how I worded it. Do you believe that a man should be submissive? Why or why not?
Okay. So, you want me to play it now?
Yeah.
Y'all ready? Okay, so I asked him the question because I told him we were going to, whatever, but here it is.
So basically, a man doesn't submit to a woman because that puts a woman in a masculine space, which is not organic to her being. It is organic to a male's being, dating back to the beginning of time, to be aggressive in a healthy way, but aggressive. To be dominant, to be a leader. And the reverse is true for women. So when you put a woman in a masculine space, you create chaos when it comes to a male and female relationship in modern society, right? The reality is it isn't working out so well for women or men, for women to be leading a household. And we see that in the developments in modern society today, a modern American society today, where 80% of black people that get married end up in divorce. So why? It's because women work, women living their best life, right? And bringing that masculine energy home, and then expect a man to be submissive to it on the basis of the idea that maybe she competes and works, and makes money and so forth, but that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. At the end of the day, it's just not organic. It's not natural to our state of being as humans for a woman to lead a man in a masculine, dominant manner. Bottom line.
I agree. What do y'all think?
I think it takes it back to one of our episodes when I said I desire to be not even just a housewife, but I desire a man to lead my household. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be, the dominant figure in my home. Now, I don't know statistically like the numbers about the divorce rate, but I know it's high. I don't know if that's the cause of it, but I'm pretty sure that somewhat plays a part, because money and, control plays a huge part in a lot of divorce, right? But for me, dating back to time, as he said, the man was the head of the household. The woman was, the not follower, but that's the person. She was under him. And yes, that's your helpmate. And like we just said, when you know your role as a woman and know your power, you're not, and I get it because society has it. I'm a boss chick, saying a third. I'm a boss chick because I gotta be. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is nowadays. Like, we gotta be bosses. We gotta take care of our households because we don't have a man taking care of us or our household.
Yeah.
But if the roles were changed for me, then damn right. Like, my man is taking care of the household. I'm gonna take care of the home in another way.
Right.
That means the cooking, the cleaning, and managing the home. That's our role as women. And I get it. People don't believe in the gender roles. I do personally. I don't take take away from people that don't believe in it, but I don't believe in, you know, like, oh, I'm the masculine energy in the household because I make money, and, you know, I don't do 50-50, so therefore I'm not even paying no bills. You know what I'm saying? So that mentality is not even here for me. But I don't believe in that. But to each his own.
I love that. And my thing is, I don't want that trope of being a strong black woman on me. I'm not a strong black woman. I do have to be dominant in other aspects of life. Yeah. But when it comes to the relationships, or do I want to be a dominant force? No. I want to be submissive. I want to be baby, my man. And I don't want to have to worry about a thing. And that is a trait or a quality that I too have when it came to relationships and finding your partner. So I definitely agree with a lot that he said. I do feel like the man should be a leader and not be so submissive, because y'all know with me personally, I had a thing where I would try men to see what they would do. And
how far they'll let you go.
And how far they'll let me go. And it wasn't, when you let me go far, their respect is gone.
It's gone.
I don't have to see you the same. Like that. And so I need somebody that's going to give me some pushback. Like if I say jump and a nigga say ha, I'm going to be looking crazy. But if I say jump and he's like, okay, what's the reason I'm jumping?
Right, and
like,
you jumping too?
Yeah, I like that. Like, give me a list. Don't let me just run all over you. Yeah. Because if you let me run all over you, child,
it ain't going to be good for you.
It's not gonna be, and that's a problem too, because men a lot talk about being emasculated by women, and I think that plays a role into things as well, especially when you're so dominant in other aspects. Sometimes you will try to dominate your man, and that can in turn make him feel emasculated.
And that's another thing. So when I asked like I asked a few male friends. So one of them, he kind of his opinion was similar. They didn't send a voice note, but I'm gonna read what he said. So he was like, no, he don't believe that men should be submissive because he would never be respected as a man if he is. So I was like, why you feel like that? And he's like, because a man is only loved and respected based on what he can provide. If he's being submissive, he won't be respected. Men are meant to be alpha.
That's it.
But on the flip side, I asked somebody else, and he was like, he feel like men should be submissive to their partner. He was like, well, he said, I feel men should be submissive emotionally with their partner so they can really embrace the nurturing from a woman. No matter the age, men really need that type of feminine energy, and they should be submissive sexually when it comes to pleasing their woman. Be dominant, but submit to the idea that you got to listen to her in order to lead. Every great leader was first a great listener. So he had like a different kind of perspective.
Some of the things he said, but like, don't submit to me sexually because I had you barking like a dog up in this motherfucker.
But some men feel like, some men feel like, okay, if that's our connection, and that's what we do, that's what we doing. That's what we doing.
I've had a guy tell me that he's a server.
See, that's what I want, a server.
Yes, he's a server, man. He wants to serve his woman. That's what I'm saying. So he might have made
that's probably what. I just feel
your woman
how do you submit emotionally? What does that mean?
And I honestly feel like even with that, and I can't speak for him because I don't know him, but I feel like to be emotionally available, not submissive. You know what I mean? If he says emotionally,
that is like, right. I like that.
Available and healthy that way, then yes. Emotionally intelligent.
Emotionally intelligent is such a better way to say that, because when you think submissive, like sometimes as a woman, my hormones may be a little all over the place, and if you succumb to my emotions, baby, no, like I
need everybody gonna be mad in the whole house.
Be emotionally intelligent to know, oh, maybe she's ovulating right now. It's something, so I'm gonna give her a little grace, give her a little time, and I start like, I need you to be emotionally intelligent, and I need you to be a sexual servant. I don't need you to be submissive in those aspects.
But, I mean, he could have worded it wrong because the way he
described it, what he meant,
like how we just explained it.
But he made it relate to being submissive, and I guess it's your reality, is your perspective. Whatever way you looking at it,
whatever way you look at it.
That's true. So, but please don't submit to me. Okay, you can serve me all day.
Okay. Yeah, that's why. And I like a man that's generous
Very generous. I love a generous man. I'm telling
And
you.
someone who listens to me. Like, even if you don't go in the way that I need you to go, listen and hear what I'm actually saying.
Yeah.
And then make the choice.
And don't make me feel like I can't speak and be heard, because I feel like with me, I just experienced that where somebody's like, oh yeah, I like communications, that and the third, and I feel like that's important. But then every time I communicated how I felt about something or the things that I wasn't satisfied with, it was used. It was like weaponized against me.
Yeah,
it was
horrible.
used against me, and so then I began to walk on eggshells because I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Because you were dealing with a certain type of person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know what? I will say this back to that, like, I was talking about that. I've learned so much that now I know exactly what to look for.
And that's a blessing. You learned the lesson.
You know how to identify it. Yeah.
But yeah, like the submission for me, like I'm a submissive woman. I want a dominant man. I want an alpha male, because I feel like, first of all, we are strong women. And
that's how I was. I didn't mean to cut you off, CC, but when y'all were providing y'all feedback of being submissive, I feel like that's a lot of the reason why it's not just easy for me, because I had a child young.
Yeah.
I ain't have a man for a long time.
Yeah.
And then when I got the man, I was still in this particular role.
Yes.
So it was just kind of like, I have to make sure that everything is good, because I don't really trust that I can rely on somebody else to do it the way and know what they doing.
The way you do it. But
when a man come in,
that's what I was going to say.
When the man come in, of course, I think I will just fall to my knees
and be vulnerable.
Oh my God.
I'm just playing. But no, seriously, I feel to my knees if that's what he want me to do. But no, for real. I feel like my energy will be able to receive it. Like I would have a bit more of
you'll be
what
able to relax and
I
be vulnerable
need.
with the man. And the thing is, that's fair. Like I said before, we are forced to be dominant women. We are forced to be boss chicks. And I think a lot of women, and the thing is, you can actually make more than a man and still be submissive to him. But a lot of women
You can, but a lot of men can't
handle that. But there are a lot of women that they throw it around too much. Nigga, it's not about that though. Like, this is the career she chose, right? And she married somebody that might not have chosen the same career, fell on hard times. That comes with being a strong man though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
And then
true.
you get up and go get it. Like, okay, not even on a competition type of thing. Like, I want to make sure I can provide for my family, because I don't want a man that looks at me working 9 to 5 or 11 to 7 and he's sitting there like, babe,
like,
what's
that's
for dinner?
okay. I don't want nobody to think
No, I want you to be like, babe, you don't got to go to work today. You don't got to do nothing.
Yeah, I don't want you off at your job. Like, quit that fucking job.
Exactly. Like, that's what I desire. Like, but it
not no house husband.
I'm not doing that.
Not no house husband.
I've never desired it. I'm not taking care of nobody's son.
And when it comes to the house husband situation, I feel like I kind of like grew up like that, because my mom, she was always like a boss chick,
money maker,
and so she married somebody who presented. I would never forget. She met him in a Kmart, and he gonna give her his business card, and it said that he was an aeronautical engineer. So she was just like thinking he did work for Boeing at the time, but after they started dating, before they got married, he lost that job. So she married him, and she was thinking, oh, it's gonna be 2 bosses. So he did boss up one time and got.
She said one time.
I mean, after that situation, after they got married, we moved to Connecticut, and they had us like in a penthouse. We had like house cleaners come clean our condo. They gave me my own little credit card. Like, we was living the life. But then he lost that job. Then we relocated to Atlanta, and my mom, whenever he lost his job, the person who kept everything afloat was my mom. Now he was one of those men that loved to be like flashy when it comes to your home and your car. So my mom's out here buying these big ass houses, thinking that he's gonna come in with his money. Never did. And once she started having kids with him, then guess what he wanted to be?
A house husband.
A house husband. And I saw that, and I saw the red flags and the trait. So me, I'm like, I'm never gonna do that.
Not doing it.
I'm never gonna do that.
I ain't trying to be no boss chick.
If you have a situation where it makes sense for your partner to stay home, I can understand why you can put him in that role.
Instead of him deciding on his own, this is who I'm finna be. I don't like that.
And just try to be
I don't like that.
And the men just try to act like they so superior dads. Like, oh, I just gotta say, hell no, nigga.
No, you don't. You can go to work. Actually, go call Bowen. Because let me tell you something. Unless my husband, get injured on the job or, something happens, I don't. No, I'm sorry. I feel
like I'm the type of person. I get you. Like, if something happens, took care of me, and I know you can. If you have taken care of me, and something happened to you, and I have to step up, and I can help, and I will do it. But if you're using me, and that's the difference. And it's the same thing when it comes to a woman and a man. If you really don't like this person, you're just using him.
I don't like
and
that.
get into a relationship.
That makes it harder for women like me that actually, would love to be with a man that's going to provide, and that I can see myself with. And you can treat
them well. Yes. A lot of girls will get with these men that are good men, and they don't treat them well. They use them and abuse them, scar them for the next girl,
and that's what happens.
And that's the mess. And I don't condone it either way. I don't condone a man using a woman in this regard, and I don't condone.
I definitely don't condone a man using a woman for real. Because I just be feeling like I be in that position. And I don't like that. It made me mad. It made me feel triggered.
So you
because
feel empathy.
I feel nothing.
Empathy for the woman that's in you.
Oh yeah, I feel empathy. I'm not even thinking about now. I'm thinking about myself. I feel empathy for myself because talking about it.
Actually, in that.
I felt like, you okay, friend? Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
I'll try to help you get that shit out your throat.
You're literally the person that's touching me.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I've been in a situation where I had a house husband, basically. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with me, because I felt like beginning stage of a relationship, I want to show a man that, look, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So it's certain things that I will just do so the man can just know, like, okay, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean get comfortable with what I'm doing at the moment, because I'm just showing you what I'm capable of. That don't mean that I want to just be stuck in this position doing everything by myself. And you just doing a little bit of nothing.
I seen this meme or like a video popular came across the screen on Instagram, and basically the girl was saying that her niece started talking to this older man, and the older guy was paying her bills, like getting her new tires, like doing a lot of stuff. Well, the lady who was telling the story said, well, I know his wife, and his wife talks about how they're struggling. So that goes back to what if you're not requiring anything from a man, he's going to be doing those things for somebody else. So even though you don't want to come out needy and begging and asking, you need to set the expectation like,
definitely.
You have to do something for me.
Let me just share this, because that happened in a situation with me before where this guy was like breaking me off, bang. And I found out, like, so I was supposed to be his girlfriend. Okay. And I this was like years ago. This is like maybe 5 years ago. Let me tell y'all, right? This is the craziest thing ever. So I have a person that I know that was friends with his other girlfriend. Right? No, listen, but I'm private, so I never post people and stuff, so you'll never know, right?
Yeah.
And so we found out, I found out via Instagram because the guy that I knew posted them. Like, oh, whatever. And then we're talking. I'm like, wait, how you? He was like, oh, yeah, they've been off and on for years. Is that and a third, whatever. And I was like, oh. And then so my cousin, who's his friend, was like, oh, well, is that the one? Blah, blah, blah. Well, long story short, they were struggling. But he was sending me like $5,000, like legit. Like, so I showed him the cash app, like, he was like, well, that's crazy, because I was sitting with her one day and she was trying to figure out how they were going to pay something. And I was like,
and that's where it gets messed up. That's where, because it's women that try to show they so down, like they'll be there and don't require nothing from their man.
My mama told me when I was 16, you either be the girl that put out and get nothing, or the girl that don't put out and get everything. I mean, we're going to put out here and there, whatever. But her point was, like, I'm going to always ask, because she said it's always in a man's nature to take care of a woman. Let it
if
be
he really likes you.
Let it be you. And it's always
whoever he really likes, whoever a man loves, and I stand on this, he's going to take care of you.
He's going to take care of what he loves.
Yes. He's going to take care of
And
what
then the crazy part about it, y'all, when I got out of that situation, like currently, I've experienced the complete opposite of that. So it's just like, and then that person is still in that same situation, in that same type of situation. So it's just kind of like, I definitely should have been like, no.
What you mean in the same type of situation where he couldn't provide for you?
Well, he's doing that with somebody else. the same
not
thing.
Providing.
That he's not.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a cycle. Like, you know how a certain person is just a certain type of way. Like, some men don't really have those characteristics of
But
being
I
a
feel like
leader
if a man-
or being a provide. They just
He
don't
got
know
it for
how to do
somebody,
it.
though.
Yeah, he'll have it
have
for
it for
somebody that's
somebody.
going to require. Here's the problem with showing a man that you can do. Because what happens is, and when people be like, you know, they make that little joke, but what your mouth do? My mouth big. I'm always asking. And I always tell a guy, even if they ask me like, you need something, I always stop them. Don't ever ask me that, because I always need and want something. And that's just simple. And that's the reason being is because of situations like that situations that I've experienced. What if I doubt if I was going to be in the other shoe, the foot was going to be in the other shoe for me, but what if that was me, where I'm struggling trying to ride or die, and he going over giving you $5,000 at a time, like it's nothing,
Like
but I'm over here trying to scrape up cash. Like, no. So at the end of the day, like, when a lot of times women do that ride or die, like, I'm gonna show him I got it. I don't show you nothing. You know I got a job, but you also know I require something. I lead with that. The reason why is because I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
So therefore, I don't need you here for other reasons but to provide. You know, and be a partner. You know, if we get into that point, but I don't want to be in a situation where a man is just jumping around from person to person, not doing nothing because he don't have to. You got to set your standards and expectations for these men and let them know what you require. I don't require to be a ride or die. I don't expect you to think I'm going to take care of you and me. No, if I got to take care of anything, I'll be by myself. It's simple.
And there it is.
There it is. I do love that. I would say that this has been a great topic that we touched on
And don't
today.
play with me. Sorry.
And I would just say this, like, I do feel like it's important to show a man that you can be a helpmate, but you have to set the requirements that, like, I'm not independent. I'm not gonna ask you for anything. We can be a partnership, but I want you to take leadership of this role. Like, if we are under the same roof or whatever we're doing, I don't want to go 50-50. I don't want to be the primary provider.
I don't be telling. Now I don't even say shit. I just need to see where your head at already.
And see how you are.
Let me see how you move. Let me see how you are, because I don't want you to make it seem like you this type of way just because I'm saying.
Yes.
So let me just show me. Show me who you is. Show me who you are.
I set my expectations. That's the difference.
Set your expectations or your standard.
Both of them. I'm gonna set both. Let you know. There it is. Right
I
there.
feel like that's where I'm at with my process right now. Setting standards, setting my expectation, recognizes, because you know when you know what you don't want, you know what you do.
Exactly.
So it's just like, okay, I definitely don't know. I know I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I need to have something to line with.
I'm going to make sure I manage our home. I'm going to make sure that the things that you desire outside of finances are going to be taken care of. You know what I mean? Like,
and even when it comes to, like, I feel like a person can be a helpmate all the way around, even when it comes to finances. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to
manage a checkbook.
That's what I'm going to say. Like, if you're not good at budgeting, like, I can step in and do that. Or if you're falling short, I can show you how to get some more money. Like,
exactly. To help our household.
To help our health.
But that's just what it is. Set those expectations and standards, ladies, because we don't need y'all coming around crying talking about y'all taking care of somebody's house and they taking care of somebody else's now.
Right, and that's what they would do. So if you don't set any requirements from a man, and you just date him and you giving up ass and he ain't giving you nothing but
vibes.
He's giving it to somebody else.
He is giving it to somebody else. So you better open up your mouth and ask. Because I know when I was younger, I used to act like I was scared to ask somebody for something. Baby, don't be scared. No, do not be scared. Even if it's something little, you need to make sure that you're getting what you want out of the relationship. Exactly. Even if you're independent and can take care of yourself, continue to do so.
Right.
But if it's something you want for at leisure or something pretty or whatever, ask that man and see what he gonna do.
And if he say no, it's okay. Ask somebody else.
I ain't gonna say ask somebody else.
Well,
but
I'll say this. When I was just dating, I remember I text 3 people. 3 different guys. I wanted some boots. I text everybody. One was like, we'll see. The other one was like, I'm text you on Friday. The other one sent the cash. So I wasn't in a relationship, so it is what it is. So
who did you cut off any of them?
No, somebody they gonna do
something.
They gonna do it.
They gonna do something,
and they did do something. It's just that they thought I was gonna wait. I'm not waiting on what I want because my mama said, well, one don't do, the other one will.
And she was right. She was right.
I'm single, so you can do that when you're single. Now, when you're in a relationship, your man got you, especially if you got the right man.
Your man is supposed to have you at all times.
At
It
all
should be nothing that you have to go to another man for.
And the thing is, you a man that knows his woman, you don't even have to ask him for anything. He already knows.
That is correct, but yeah, closed mouth don't get fed.
Closed mouths don't get fed, baby. I'm gonna tell you that. Now mine always begging.
Well, y'all, I'm glad we were able to dive into this and then get a little bit of male perspective
really
because
are
we
gonna
want to
have
be
the
one to
guys
have.
on.
Yeah, we're going to
So,
have to have some men.
Yeah, we want
Up
to
in
get their
here.
perspectives in depth on some things.
I definitely would want this to be something that we have a extended conversation with
about.
men live about.
They're ready.
Oh,
I know my friend was like, I'm ready to come on there. He's my episode gonna be controversial, which it will be.
Okay.
okay. Well, you guys, as always, you know where to find us. Follow, like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to send us in any questions that you want us to answer for you. Follow us on social media at Girl I'm Grown. And until next time,
Girl, I'm grown.
Girl I'm Grown.
I'm so grown.
Too grown.
Bye.